Today we're going to present tips for hosting a professional quality video conference using VuRoom. These video tips will show you how to manage your physical and computer desktop environments to provide your meeting attendees with the best possible meeting experience, covering topics like audibility, lighting, camera angle, picture background, file sharing, and desktop sharing. The first consideration is noise level. Your meeting can't be a success if you and your meeting attendees cannot hear one another. Find a quiet room for video conferencing. If that isn't possible, filter out background noise from your conversation using a USB headset that includes a passive or active noise-canceling microphone and soundproof earphones. The next consideration is your video image. Let's begin with lighting. In order to get a crisp video image, your face must be illuminated with diffused white light from the front and above. You want to avoid backlighting, so for example, you should avoid sitting with your back to a bright window or angling your webcam upwards so that the ceiling light fixtures form the visual backdrop to your face. If the overhead lighting is not bright enough, or if it is so directional that your eyes are hidden in shadow, a desk light behind and to one side of your webcam, preferably at or above eye level, will help. Lamps with translucent white or cream shades are useful. Lamps with bare bulbs or metal shades that provide directional lighting require a diffuser, or they can be aimed away and bounced off a reflective surface such as a wall or a sheet of white poster board. In a pinch, a sheet of office paper suspended in front of a bare bulb can function as a light diffuser. Another potential problem to watch out for is color balance. Your webcam will find the brightest spot in the picture, assume that that is white, and adjust the other colors accordingly. One simple way to avoid color balance problems is to wear a white shirt, which will give the camera a well-lit white object on which to do its color computations. Picture background is another important consideration. Choose a background that is neat and uncluttered and that complements both your appearance and the purpose of your meeting. Backlighting will almost always cause problems for your viewers, so make sure the light level of the background is lower than the light level of your face on the camera side. Let's talk for a minute about camera angle. The camera should be more or less at eye level. When using a webcam attached to your computer monitor, it is very easy for the camera to be much too low. A sharply angled webcam often produces an awkward portrait and risks silhouetting your face against the ceiling lights. Try raising the webcam, lowering your seat, or both to achieve a pleasing composition. Also, position yourself 2 feet or farther from the camera lens to keep the lens from distorting your facial features. And while we're on the topic of cameras, you'll be interested to know that VuRoom now supports the newest generation of 720p high-definition webcams, including the one shown here. Now that you're sure your meeting attendees will be able to hear what you have to say and see a clear video image of you against a pleasing background, it's time to think about what else you'll want them to see during the course of your meeting. While you are video conferencing, VuRoom lets you share visual information 2 ways. You can upload PowerPoint, graphics, or Flash files for display and discussion, or you can share your computer desktop so that your meeting attendees can see applications running on your computer. Sharing files. Before you can share files, you must upload them to VuRoom. Uploading can take several minutes for a large file. To avoid delays during your video conference, you should upload all the files you will need to share to your personal folder on the VView portal before the start of your meeting. If you choose not to upload files in advance, at least gather all of the files or shortcuts you will need in one place, such as a temporary folder on your desktop for easy access during your meeting. To upload files, go to www.vuroom.net and click My Portal. Then log in and either schedule a meeting or click Folder to view all of the files that are currently uploaded and upload new ones as needed. Files that you upload remain in your folder until you delete them. You can add them to meetings that you schedule as needed, or you can start a meeting and add them then. In either case, uploading in advance means that you won't have to wait for files to upload and process during your video conference, which will improve the flow of your meeting. Sharing your desktop. If you're going to share your desktop, you should close all applications that are not directly related to the video conference so that you don't display personal or corporate information inappropriately. For the purpose of your video conference, your desktop is like another meeting room, and like a meeting room, it should be neat, uncluttered, and decorated in a manner that is consistent with the purpose of your meeting. Have the applications you'll need open and ready to use, and create a folder on the desktop to hold all the resources you'll need to access during your meeting. A little preparation in advance can save a lot of fumbling during your meeting and go a long way toward maintaining the professional meeting tone you want to project. The final item in our list of tips for hosting a professional quality video conference is you. You'll want to dress appropriately for the occasion, create an agenda to follow, and rehearse your opening, introductions, and closing, as well as your PowerPoint presentation. Become familiar with the VuRoom user interface by hosting a practice video conference with a colleague well in advance of your big event. Practice adding files to the video conference, stepping through PowerPoint presentations, switching views between attendees and between shared files, passing control to another attendee, resuming control, and sharing the desktop. Using the VuRoom controls will quickly become second nature, and you'll find yourself effortlessly hosting video conferences like a pro. Check out other titles in our Desktop Video Conferencing Fundamentals series. We release new videos about every 2 weeks through the VView blog. Follow the blog link at the top of the VuRoom.net homepage.